I can't pass that up. I was telling Dennis, like, no, sweetie, I have to go. I'm sorry. Yeah. I have to do this. This is the Mecca. This is like reaching this. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, of all over the world. The 92%ers, we love you, and we can't wait to get into this post Super Bowl Sunday conversation. New Heights is a Wondery show brought to you by Xfinity. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, representing the U.S. of A. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, we have one of my favorite shows of all time. It is the end of the season. It is the end of the NFL season. Today should be one of those made-up holidays that you absolutely hate, but can you just tell the people what we have coming up?
Well, it's kind of crazy, Trev. This is actually the first year we've done this show where the Eagles or Chiefs haven't won the Super Bowl.
That's fucking
How
crazy.
How nuts is that? That is fucking wild.
That's insane.
So, because neither one of us are in any way a part of our teams winning the Super Bowl, we have decided to invite two of the Super Bowl 60 champions on this show today. That's right. Cooper Kupp and AJ Bonner are on the program today, and we're going to get into everything else we got into in San Francisco, as well as get into an incredible conversation with first ballot Hall of Famer Drew Brees. Alrighty. It's an absolutely stacked episode. But before we get into any of that, we're going to get into what we always get into, and that's a little bit of that new news.
New news.
New news is brought to you by American Express.
How about it, man?
We got some scheduling updates for you guys. That's right, 92%ers. We got a lot of guests coming up. We have been hot.
We've been working.
That's right. We've been talking to all the people we've always wanted to talk to, and we're looking forward to bringing those conversations to you guys. We have a short little break, but the episodes will be coming out. Don't worry. We've got some doozies. We got Troy Aikman, Randy Moss, John Hamm, Chris Stapleton, the Workaholics, AJ Brown. We're going to let you know when all of these guest episodes are releasing. And if you still need more Kelce in your life, Travis finally appeared on Not Gonna Lie. That's right. Kyla Kelce's podcast, Not Gonna Lie. Trav, how was it?
Not gonna lie. It was kind of more fun talking to her than you. I'm not gonna lie.
Not surprising.
I understand why you married her a long time ago, but she asked me one question that was like, I sat there and I thought about it, and I wish I would have answered it better. My first impressions of her were that she was such a sweetheart. And I said this at your guys' wedding when I did the wedding speech, but I was like, she is such a sweetheart. She's so nice. She is. But I was like, you don't just win Jason's love and you don't win him over in terms of like doing things, getting him to do the things that you want him to do, like be a like respectable human being. You don't do those kind of things by just being a sweetheart. So I knew there was an underlining like toughness to her that I hadn't. And then we went to the shore, and she started talking butter. She started water. She started talking. I can't even fucking do the Philly accent like it needs to be done. But I saw her in her element, and that's where I knew. I was like, oh, she's got him wrapped up around her finger. This dude is lost in the sun. He doesn't know anything but Kai. And from that point on, it's just been that. And I've loved having her as a sister-in-law. And it's been so cool to see her take off in her own right. And not gonna lie, it was a fucking blast, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, the episode turned out great. You and Kai's chemistry and anything that you do, you just like have like I'm serious. You guys have a great relationship, man.
The second child's the best, dude.
No doubt.
We relate.
Well, you also admitted that you have never read a rundown, which I'm sure the producers of the show love that. They were very appreciative.
What's a rundown?
Alrighty. Kylie also adopted an otter in your name, apparently. Something I didn't even know.
Uncle Trav's over there in the Philly Zoo, man. We got to get over there, man. I got to meet this. I think it's a wild or like a great river otter. I forget the actual name of this otter. It's not the otter that's in my dreams, but it is an honor to be a part of the Philly Zoo like that. So I got to get over there and say what's up.
We'll get over there next time you come into town. That'd be a great out of the house segment. We also got to talk about Travis dominating in front of thousands of people over at the Waste Management.
Dominating.
Yeah, I mean, at least on hole 16, we don't need to look at all the other stuff. The biggest hole in the whole freaking thing, the par 3 in front of the grandstands. Thousands of people's eyes are on Travis Kelce.
It felt like I was walking into the Coliseum. There's like a little tunnel, and I got a cool video. Chris Pearson was kind of following us around. He got a cool video of us like walking into it. Dude, it is such an epic, like, you have to do it. Golf lovers everywhere, you have to go to this hole. The 16th hole at Waste Management and at the Phoenix Open is unbelievable. It's such a unique like experience. And honestly, it's not just the 16th hole, it's the 17th and 18th is how you finish it off. It's like nothing I've ever been a part of in my life. But you walk into that 16th hole, it's an arena. It's an arena of just people that will either boo you or get hype or get excited over like you getting close to the fucking pin. I was in my element. You give me a bunch of drunk people with an opportunity to get them fired up. I feel like that's like my home. That's like my home. And I felt very comfortable. I will say this though, my caddy, Patrick Bacon, he's taking a lot of credit for this. I went last. Everybody that went had the number, was short. They all went short. And I'm looking at this too. And I'm like questioning in my mind, should I club up or should I just trust my strength over theirs? Like I'm in my head about this. And Patrick Bacon comes up to me and says, "Hey, what do you got in your hand? You should probably rethink this and go get a club up." And not that I wasn't already thinking that, but he gave me the reassurance. So I'll give Patty Bakes the whole, he called me off and told me to club up. I'll give him the compliment there, but he's taking full credit for it. Talking to anybody.
He's not shying away from talking about it.
No, which he should. That's what caddies do. You know what I mean? They're part of it. It's a team game.
Well, I don't think a lot of caddies do take credit, but Bacon does for sure.
It was a 150 shot or 155, whatever it is. And I went from holding a pitch and wedge to holding a 9-iron, and the 9-iron stuck 2 feet from it. And when I tell you, I stood over the ball for, I don't even know how long. Somebody sent me a video. And I was staring at the ball this long. I don't remember doing that.
Dude, it's intimidating. It really puts it into perspective for like these guys like Rory and these guys making these like putts to win the entire tournament and way more is at stake. That's got to be crazy.
That wasn't even the hardest part.
Oh, what was the hardest part?
Standing over the 2-foot putt.
That's what I'm saying.
Was the hardest part. Dude, though, when I was back there holding the 9-iron, I'm like, I'm just going to give this thing a fucking run and throw it up there. And that thing fucking drew over. I felt like I hit it further up in the air than I hit it further in distance. That thing went high. That thing went so fucking high in the air. The first thing the guy on the mic that was doing the entire 16th hole, he was introducing everybody. As soon as I hit it, he was like, "Whoa, look at that. That thing went high up in the air." Everybody's like waiting for that thing to fucking come down. And then it just stuck. It didn't do much after it hit, and it was perfect, man.
So are you saying you probably actually hit the wrong club? You probably hit it a couple grooves high, which made it actually the right club.
It was the perfect club.
All right.
I didn't catch any grass. That thing was teed up just a little bit, and I hit it smooth, and it was so much fun just being at that event, though. I got to hang with Scotty Scheffler. I got to hang with Brooks Koepka. Shout out to Brooks for being such a good dude and being back into the madness. And Scotty, he was over there with his kid, and it was such a fucking unique event. And these pro-ams are so fucking cool. And I had that as a bucket list item in my mind of like, there's unbelievable courses all over the world. But if I could ever get a shot at the 16th hole at Waste Management, I can't pass that up. I was telling Dennis, no, sweetie, I have to go. I'm sorry. Yeah. I have to do this. This is the Mecca. This is like reaching the Super Bowl of like golf world. And it didn't disappoint. Waste Management crowd is so they're so lit and so excited and so there for those moments that it didn't disappoint, man. It was so much fun.
Well, that's awesome, brother. It was an incredible shot. I loved watching every bit of it. Where do you think it ranks in your athletic achievements of all time?
I mean, it's number one in my golf achievements for sure. There's nothing that even comes close. That was the closest I've ever gotten to a hole-in-one. Like it was like the perfect shot for the perfect time that I'll live through forever. I'll be able to watch those videos forever. I had Jim Nantz talking about it during the fucking Friday broadcast or the Saturday, Sunday broadcast. If Jim Nantz is talking about my golf, I'm doing something right.
There you go. All right. Well, once again, New News is brought to you by American Express. Let's keep this thing moving.
Let's get to some bold topics. Super Bowl edition. How about it? Bold Topics is brought to you by Pepsi. One of our favorites. We were a Pepsi household growing up. I'm a Wild Cherry Pepsi fan myself. Big Ed Kelce likes a nice little diet Pepsi. But shout out to all the Pepsi out there. Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 champions. And we love the old Northeast Ohio ball player, Mike Vrabel, and a lot of the Patriots over there. But the Seahawks, they had the juice going into it, man, and they defeated the Patriots 29-13. I'm not going to lie. I kind of imagined this would happen, and it definitely was a good game. And there was a point there when Drake May started getting the fucking juices going in the late third, early fourth, and they started to make a run at it. But man, the Seahawks just had too much, man. With Kenneth Walker, with our guy AJ Barner and Cooper Kupp, man, they just had the juice, and I couldn't be happier for the guys over there because a lot of the guys are guys you can root for, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the Super Bowl. Both of these teams are very good. Both of their defenses had been playing, out of their minds all postseason, and Seattle is just loaded across the board. Like it's a team that really doesn't have a weakness, which is kind of why I thought that they would prevail. Like it felt like they were the more talented group across the board, but you never know. I mean, the Patriots were such a good team, so well coached by Coach Vrabes and Josh McDaniels. Like all year, they just had been overachieving. And yeah, Seattle just proved to be a little bit too much, man. They're unbelievable on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, they didn't make the mistakes that they had kind of been prone to, right? Like Sam Darnold had a bunch of turnovers in the regular season, doesn't have any in the postseason. And he didn't do that by being conservative. He was still taking his chances. He was still being aggressive through the air. But you got to give some love to the kicker. How about this? We're giving love to the kickers. Pinning some guys down inside the 5, making field goals. I am Jason Myers. I mean, through the first half, there was only field goals. This guy was nailing everything.
This guy went over with Pat McAfee trying to kick a field goal, and all of a sudden he has appreciation for the kicking game now.
Well, I mean, listen, it's the biggest game of the year. We're freaking nailing kicks. Those are huge.
Trailed for 1 minute and 35 seconds total this entire playoffs. How fucking insane is that?
That is crazy. So they just got off to the jump and just freaking were leading all the way. I mean, they blew out San Fran. Then the big one was the Rams game, which that was the team they had struggled with and had the closest battles with all season. So, yeah, I mean, it is surprising. I mean, they were the best team in football this year. The reality was, like, if you look at it across the board, it was really them and L.A., those two teams in that division were the most consistently great teams all season long. And, like, yeah, the Patriots had an incredible season. In the AFC, so did the Broncos. But I thought that those two teams in particular were the best all year. They continued that throughout the playoffs, and they continued in the Super Bowl. And it's a credit to Sam Darnold for where he's come in his career, all the ups and downs, and being with 5 different teams. Cooper Kupp gets cast out in LA, comes back, resurgence in Seattle. It's just a remarkable story of a team that was assembled, man. And how great they ended up being across the board. It reminds me a lot of, our 17 season. And I mean, a lot of Super Bowl teams, but you get like just the right group of guys that all come together, man. And it feels like everything's clicking. The chemistry's there. I mean, Sam Darnold is now everybody's talking about him being a star, but certainly not while the whole season was happening. It doesn't have that like star-studded MVP quarterback. I mean, I think Leonard Williams is unbelievable. It doesn't have the Aaron Donald or like the Myles Garrett. Like they're just all really, really good across the board. They were a great team, and it's an incredible year for that city and that franchise, and Mike Macdonald in his second year in Seattle. And
how about that, man? Mike Macdonald's the same age as Jason Kelce.
We just hired an offensive coordinator that's 33 years old. It's nuts, man. I mean, teams keep hiring these younger coaches, and I think it's for a reason, man. I think these young guys come in and they're very smart, but they have a mindset that's open. They're eager to prove themselves. Listen, the old ball coaches have great strengths and whatnot too, a lot of experience, but I think it's interesting that it appears that, the league keeps going younger and younger with a lot of these coaching hires. Congrats to Mike McDonald. He finally gets to see his son.
Nice, man.
For the first time since 2022, Travis Kelce went to the Super Bowl as a fan rather than a player. Next year, he wants to be there in Los Angeles competing for glory with the Kansas City Chiefs. Kelce, 36, hasn't officially announced if he will play on for one more season yet, but after a long weekend of partying with fellow NFL players and celebrities, sources close to the player think he will confirm his return sooner than later. The three-time Super Bowl winner hosted 2 parties in San Francisco and mingled with friends from across the game as he let loose without his fiancée, Taylor Swift. The feeling they all got after spending time with him is that he isn't done yet, one source told us. Travis wasn't on his retirement tour this weekend. He was living it up at all the parties with his friends and NFL buddies, but it was his time to unwind, have a guy's weekend, let Taylor do what she wanted to do. He was telling friends that asked that he has made a decision about his NFL future, and everyone believes 100% that he is coming back. One of his most trusted Chiefs teammates, Creed Humphrey, insisted he had not spoken to Kelce about his decision, instead wanting him to have the space to decide what suits him best. But he made his own view very clear. I haven't talked to him about it, but obviously we would all love to have him back, Humphrey told. Despite an impressive individual campaign for Kelce, the Chiefs failed to get to the playoffs during a season where quarterback Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, potentially putting him at risk of missing the start of the next campaign. But Humphrey said that, hopefully lining up alongside Kelce, the team will right the wrongs of last season in 2026. Everybody is ready to get back to work and show who we are next year, Humphrey said. Patrick is doing good. He's attacking rehab the right way. I know him, and of course he's attacking it. It's definitely different, not being here to play, but it's awesome to be a part of this Super Bowl week in terms of seeing all these other great players. The source close to Kelce backed that up, saying that the tight end wants another season linking up with his close friend Mahomes once he is healthy again. Being around the Super Bowl, and everyone got him all jazzed up to be in the league still, and he wants to return to the game, the source said. Play one more time with Patrick and get the band back together. He will make things official in about a month, but everyone that was around him was talking about how he was coming back. It is just something that everyone is feeling and the vibe he gave off during the entire weekend. At Chiefs HQ in Kansas City, the team led by head coach Andy Reid have done everything to entice Kelce into returning. Reid has even brought in Eric Bieniemy, a coach Kelce has always spoken highly of, to work again as Chiefs offensive coordinator, while team owner Clark Hunt has echoed Humphrey's comments about wanting Kelce to play on. Kelce was even brought out onto the field on Sunday at Levi's Stadium as a finalist for the Walter Payton Award, which praises NFL players for their charity work. But it was as close as he got to the action. Next year, at LA's stunning SoFi Stadium, he wants to be on the field and end his glorious career in the best way imaginable.